We hope you enjoy this web exclusive from your third favorite podcast.
Exclusive. We love to have Hot Pockets here in this garage. We have found, after extensive testing and research, that to cook 2 Hot Pockets to perfection, it takes 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Don't listen to what the box says.
Do not listen.
2 minutes, 47 seconds.
And I know what you're thinking. That's a long time.
You're thinking 2 minutes and 47 seconds. That is an eternity.
We like to pass the time by playing a little game called Pitch a Sequel.
So during those 2 minutes and 47 seconds, we're going to pitch a sequel to a random movie that Matt is going to give us. We don't know what this movie is. 2 minutes, 47 seconds to create Hollywood's next blockbuster sequel.
So, Josh, you want to get these Hot Pockets ready?
I
Matt,
will.
you want to give us a... We're gonna
go,
go ahead and
gentlemen.
pick a random movie out of Bob's Sun Hat today. Okay, all right. So here we go. I'm going to grab this movie. Josh, you want to get those ready, and I'll read the synopsis.
What are we doing?
All right, the movie is B Movie. So here is the synopsis. Barry B. Benson, a B just graduated from college, is disillusioned at his lone career choice, making honey. On a special trip outside the hive, Barry's life is saved by Vanessa, a florist in New York City. As their relationship blossoms, he discovers humans actually eat honey and subsequently decides to sue them.
All right.
Do you remember how this ends?
Of course I do.
All right.
Hey, let me get the
Okay.
microwave set.
Get 2 minutes and 47 seconds on that clock.
All right, downtown.
In 3, 2, 1, let's pitch that sequel. So, Josh, how did the movie end?
So I think Jerry Seinfeld, who played as
Barry B. Benson.
Barry B, realizes humans aren't so bad. I know for a fact he doesn't go through with the suing, and he finds gets a very close bond with the woman.
With the woman who's Vanessa.
Vanessa, yep.
Vanessa and Barry B, they're talking, and they form this deeper bond.
Very deep bond.
And they're just kind of like, hey, this is weird, man. I'm a bee, but you're a human. Hey, what's that all about?
What's up with honey? And so we pick up, and in the time between the first and the second movie, the bond has deepened, and they're like, you know what? This is more than a friendship. This is love.
This is love. But then Barry B's like, guys, come on. We can't do this. This isn't acceptable. And then Vanessa's like, I know it's not acceptable, but I love you, Barry. I love you.
That sounds just like her.
Yeah.
And they realize, you know what? Science is not at the point where we can turn Barry B. Benson into a human. However, science is at the point where we can turn a human into a bee. So
Vanessa is talking to all these scientists. Barry's right by her side, and she's like, please, like, I need to be close to my honeybee. And they go through all these different tests. They're getting ready. They're about to turn Vanessa into a bee, and the craziest thing happens.
Jerry Seinfeld, Barry B. Benson is stabbed by a wasp, putting his life in jeopardy. They have to put off the surgery because they don't even know if he's gonna make it. They don't want to turn her into bee.
Right.
If he's gonna die.
If he's gonna die, she's like, I can't live without you as a human, and I know for sure can't live without you as a bee. They are trying everything. We have 52 seconds. Okay, so they're trying everything. Speed forward a little bit. Barry ends up.
He ends up being so close to death, but the scientist, who is played by
Steve Buscemi,
is like, wait, you've lost enough blood to where I think if we implant some human blood, we might actually see some human transformations. They take blood from, well, sadly enough,
25 seconds.
They have to sacrifice a local human adult man.
which is fine.
He was dying anyway.
Well, no, he was an organ donor.
He was an organ donor. He had already passed.
We don't want to get too morbid. This is DreamWorks.
So they take all his blood, they start pumping it in, and the crazy things happen. Boom, 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 boom.
Barry starts getting a heart, a human heartbeat. And then, just like in the end of Shrek, when Fiona turns from an ogre into human, the same thing happens to Barry B. Benson.
But it's a bee into a human.
And science wins.
We're lovers of science here on the podcast, and that is
B Movie 2.
Beat a Human. B Movie 2, Be My Human.
Be My Human.
Ooh, I like that. Grab those pocks.
Ooh.
They are nice and hot.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So
Josh,
you can't let it cool down.
how do you feel about that?
Wow.
Oh, that's a good Hot Pocket.
That's a good Hot Pocket. It feels controversial.
It does feel a little bit controversial.
But you know what it feels like? It feels like, you know how they made like Toy Story 4 basically for the adults that were kids when Toy Story 1 came out? That's what this feels like to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, B-Movie 2, Be My Human, is made for adults that were kids when B-Movie 1 came out.
Big fans of the B-Movie.
So I think Rotten Tomatoes on this one, what do you say? I don't think it's going to get critical acclaim, but I also don't think it's going to tank. I say it's somewhere in the 50s.
I'm going to say 37.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm going to say because here's the thing. Sometimes with sequels, like unless they're like blow it out of the water, there's always going to be the curmudgeon who's like, nah, I didn't like it. It deviated too much.
The first one was better.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a 56. I don't think it's going to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
The first movie received a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, so you think it's going to be a little worse. I think it's going to be a little better.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm stuffed, and I think it's ready.
With that quart of a Hot Pocket?
With the quarter of a Hot Pocket. It is delicious. I think we are ready to get some points.
Our first game for points.
We hope you enjoyed this web exclusive from your third favorite podcast. If you'd like to check out the full episode, head on over to the Sunday Donuts channel. Subscribe while you're there. Click my laptop.
And if you'd like to watch more web exclusives and other fun content, subscribe to the Good Clean Fun channel, which you can click right here.
We have 20 seconds to fill, so
yeah,
we'll just be here. You can go anytime.